Hello and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. Happy New Year. Okay, so now we're going into 2020. We're going to have lots of stuff coming out this year and going to hopefully keep up with a pretty steady release of stuff. I'm kind of using this, as always, as my therapy. So, what are we got going on here? What are we going to do today? Well, it's day 32. We got 3 days until the Horde. This survived pretty decent. We will do some upgrades on this. I'm just not too sure. We might just put the spikes again. I did unlock SMGs, and I started crafting a couple of those. We've got enough parts that I think we can craft a decent amount of SMGs. The 9mm ammo is pretty easy to make. And while the shotguns do good, I think the SMGs, in my opinion, do a little bit better. So I'm thinking what I might do is I might put the shotgun right here, and then like right beside it, put the SMGs. And so it'd be 2 SMGs on each side. The only thing is, the middle, you're not going to have anything. Now the other option I had was instead to go straight to SMG. And it'd be right here. But the only thing is, I would have to drag it along the top right there and put it right here. And then it'd have a line going down. Which I guess is not any different from what I've got going on over there as it is. I do want to fix that. I do wish I could put one of these, the electric wire relay. I wish I could put it right there. And I don't think it'll fit. I don't think it'll end up, it won't go there because it counts that as a whole block. And I didn't really plan it out as far as over here either. Which I could put one right against there, but if they bust out that bar, which I'm going to have to upgrade all this, but if they bust out that bar, then they'll bust out that relay. But, I don't know. I'm still playing around with some ideas. I'm still deciding if I want to go ahead and go out with this level one more, so it's equal to this. But anyways, so what we're going to end up doing today, we're going to go ahead and... Oh, I want to show you the mistake I made. So I was digging down the tunnel. This is going to be the tunnel going in that's going to end up having my vehicle. And I collapsed the whole roof. Now, needless to say, no matter what, I'm going to have to end up fixing that. And I'm thinking about I just might go ahead and do the concrete all the way across. But do I want to, and just put some dirt like here and there? And that might be an option too. But I'm going to also replace the walls. But for Horde Night, I'm going to have to do something with this. That's like a must. And I think that concrete would be the easiest way right now. And then I could go ahead and start the concrete walls. So I'll kind of lay down the little like area. And then down here, this is where I'm going to put the bed spawn. I think it's going to be like the center of the garage. And see, the garage is going to go down this way and then open up and come straight through and go this way, which I think it can go that way. Yeah, it's going to go that way and then open up. So it's going to have, you can drive in this way and go out that way, or you can drive in this way and go out that way. So that's kind of the idea I have, and I'm going to keep on building on it as I go. This is the overall, main day one Horde base that we just kind of started building. Now back here, this is going to be my little first aid section. Now, the door, I'm thinking I'm going to put a door on it. But the only thing is about the door, I didn't leave enough room. Not really. But at the same time, if I end up having, well, I've got this entranceway right here that leads to a tunnel right across from this one. So I didn't really think about this area. And I might just have it open. It wouldn't really hurt it to be open. Not necessarily. And we'll upgrade this as we go. I think I'm going to lower it down one level though. So that means I'll have to knock this door out. But I'll lower it down one so it's even with the floor. Now that would lower it down 2. If I lower it down 2, I can go ahead and reinforce the top and everything. It should be good. And it'd just be a little bit taller on the roof. And that would also allow me to put a security system in here on the top, like a shotgun or something. So it'd be like, I drop it down 2, and then like right here where it normally be, there would be a shotgun above the door. And I can just flip a switch, and if I end up, they bust in down there, then I can at least hold them off, kind of like how in Aliens they held them off a little bit. Okay, so let's get some concrete. We got all the furnaces going with some kind of material, except that one didn't have it. Oh, wait. We do have some brass. That's what this one was doing. We got 5,521 brass. I'm going to keep on popping that out. Might as well, while we're going ahead, might as well get some bullet casings going too. This one we had lead going in it, and it's still decent. But we're kind of getting low on the concrete. That's the only problem. And I was getting low on the sand too. Now I think that I can go down. Is there anything in this one? Okay, so this one's doing the gunpowder. Now, at one time I thought about, see right here is the center of the thing, and going out straight right here. So this would be a door going to another horde base, and it would go straight out past these mountains or something, maybe on the other side of the mountains, and it'd be just a drop pit. And that might be an idea when we start getting into the higher, when they start destroying the base a lot, then we might end up doing that. Kind of what I've got in my mind. I don't know, not many people probably have seen, or maybe they don't remember it, but the old TV show Gargoyles, the cartoon, I used to like the idea of it and everything. It was really cool to me. But I thought about how they had, like, underneath they had the warehouse, kind of, and then on top of it they had the castle. And if I build a castle here, I don't want it to get destroyed. So if we look at this up here, this room is pretty secure. I mean, I could probably move a couple of things around, but every wall is too thick, so I'm relatively happy with this room. And right now, this is where we spawn in. So I mean, it puts you smack dab in the middle. You can go up, you can go down. The only thing is the roof is not expanded to where it's 2, and I might do that later on, but that would only be too high. It's still an idea. And then again, I might go ahead. If I did that, I could move some of the forges in here and just have it producing a whole bunch more metal, because I would like to go ahead and update everything this to metal. And you can see that they've already done some damage to the concrete and everything, and that's mainly the cop spit. But as we keep on getting higher in the levels and everything, everything's becoming bullet sponges. And to top it all off, we went ahead and upped our difficulty one. So I imagine we're going to end up, they're going to be doing a little bit more damage than originally. So I'm definitely going to end up having to have this place upgraded to metal. In addition to that, we're going to have a steady supply of forges going. Now that will end up getting us spitters and stuff, or not spitters, screamers and stuff like that, which I understood doing that. But I've got the forges running downstairs that are the whole, in the very bottom down at bedrock is my concrete ones. Now that's not really a big deal. It kind of ends up putting them all the way down there, but I have to go up and down too. But I'm using a ton of concrete, so we kind of have to have that. And I don't think we can reliably count on this right here anymore. So that is an idea too. And then I thought about, well, maybe I want to go ahead, because like right here, this is 1,200, I think, and I can't really count on it as well. We're gonna have to upgrade all of this up to steel 2, and then see, I kind of thought about, you come up here, And this was the little area that I had that I was going to do for crops. But I'm still kind of playing around with the idea. I thought about going ahead and, like over there in that little open area, just do a huge farmland cook area. The only thing is, it'd be past my entranceway, or maybe my entranceway will come out in that building, and then that could be my kitchen too. I don't know. I'm kind of playing around with a whole lot of different ideas, but you know, like I said, this series is going to keep on going until the next alpha. So that's the idea of that. You know, we're just going to keep on expanding and keep on going, and eventually we're going to run out of supplies. I know that's like a given. I like get up here. I think I took it down though. I had like a little chest right there that had a bow and had a sniper, a hunting rifle sniper scope that I would just sit up here. If I saw like something going past or a zombie out in the field or something, I'd go ahead and shoot it, or a screamer. Back when I was messing around with all the farms and everything. So I kind of do like having the farms up here, but like this glass is redundant now. And if I do the idea that I had, then, well, okay, if I do it right here, and then this, we're going to knock out this floor right there, and that would end up being, well, actually, that floor right there has enough that it will go ahead and still keep on growing that crop. So it could be all the crops are here, and then on the next floor, which will expand this out to there, maybe poles going up, and that could end up, we could put bars going all the way across up to the top, and then that could be the castle. That might be an idea. It just means that my crop area won't be as big as originally I thought, but it's a multi-tier base, and it's kind of cool. And we can end up putting some of these, like the goldenrod flower, we could put as decorations upstairs. I don't know if we do potato plants. Maybe aloe vera. Anyways, so I'm still playing around with stuff, and I'm still changing my mind all the time. So anyways, let's go ahead and go downstairs and mess around with some of the stuff that we wanted to go ahead and do. I just kind of wanted to repair some of this stuff. I'm going to end up having to just go around and see what they damage, because it looks like they spit inside. We got to get stairs going on that too. And then when we get stairs, we can upgrade it. Now we're just kind of making sure that we end up keeping up with repairs and making ammo. Now, if I do a drop pit over on the other side, I mean, that would end up being where I could end up essentially going. The idea I had in mind would essentially have it where I'm safe and I wouldn't have to worry about anything. And I could have that as a fallback for the nights that I don't have enough ammo made, which that could happen. I mean, it's when we get higher up in the levels and everything as far as protecting the base, we're going to run into the part where sometimes we're just not going to have enough ammo because the bullet sponges just ate through it. And I could have that as a backup for those nights, and then I could just focus on using a bow, and that's an idea that I'm kind of playing around with. But what we wanted to go ahead and do for right now, we wanted to, oops, that was almost bad. We wanted to get this wall situated and get it going to where we can at least get our this is going to be our infirmary, first aid and all that stuff. And I think straight ahead right here where I've dug is going to be where I put the arms room. And then so it'd be a tunnel going straight through. The arms room's right there, making ammo, spitting out ammo. It's kind of a little bit further away than what I originally planned on, but the only other option I can really think of is if I put all the supplies over there, and I don't want to do that. So I think that this would end up being good. Originally I was going to put the arms room right here and then have the door lead to the arms room, which it is an idea. So if I end up knocking out this whole wall right here, and this be the arms room, and so if you have to go through to the tunnel right there, you come in through the tunnel, and you come straight into the arms room. And that might be an idea as far as going ahead and getting resources right off the bat. So there you go. That's a decent idea. I can't playing around with little ideas as we go. I like changing. A lot of my builds on anything, I change quite often. I see it's something I want, and I'm like, wait, we could do it this way, and it'd be better. Oh, do we have any gravel? Because we're going to have to, let's see, stone. Yes, we have some cobblestone rocks. Let's get all these out. And we'll put the rest of them back in there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Now, as far as that goes, I think we're going to be okay. Let's go. Let's see. We need a chem table, and we need a... Yeah, okay. Chem table and a first aid bench. Built stuff. We have a workbench, and we have 5 storage boxes. We need some more storage boxes, so we'll get this out. And we need the stuff to make a chem table, which we got the barrels. See, we have 3 SMG turrets at the moment. We're building a whole bunch of this sod because we'll end up using it. Got 230 more spikes. That just ate through my resources like crazy. It was kind of disheartening when I was doing it. Let's see. Chem station. Chem. Burning barrel, beaker, cooking pot, short iron pipe, wood. Okay, let's go ahead and get this set up first. And we're going to end up having this all reinforced. And most of this we can go ahead and upgrade on the other side. But I think what we are going to do is we are going to lower that down. Kind of get it even with the rest of the room. And this will just be... Oh, there was like a second where the nail gun didn't know what it wanted to do. This will get this more reinforced. So if they do end up, digging, which hopefully they won't. So far, the only time I've had them digging is a screamer when she can't get killed by spikes outside or something. And she's looking for me. So she'll essentially go ahead and dig to find me. But that's the only time that I've really... And then a horde night, of course. But that's really the only time that I've had to worry about them digging in. So let's get some more wood. We're going to have to go out. We might need to make a... There was a old kind of rinky-dink little setup I used to have. Let's see, can we make 20? That I had a wood farm where it was just trees in a line, and it had the spots leveled out to where, this is where you end up building, or this is where you plant the next tree, kind of like thing. And I might need to go ahead and do that again. Let's see, workbench. So we're going to see where the workbench is. I think what I'm going to end up doing over here. And see, we could bring this out another one. Like this. So it's even with that wall. And we just put a light right here. It was kind of in the center, so it's not really that big a deal. I think this back wall... Yeah, this is going to have a whole back wall. I think that's how I've got it in my head. And then the crafting station in the center. Like this. I think that'll work. And then all the way up on both sides. I would like to get, just in my opinion, I think they could do so much more with, like, all the stuff that's labeled. Like these chests and everything, I think it was a good idea for the ones we have, but I think they could end up doing so much more. Now, we got first aid. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Crap on a cracker. You can't pick it up. Nah. So it's going to be 2. See, we'll have pills in 1. Let's see about this. We're going to put pills. This is going to be like building supply or supplies on the bottom. So it's going to be the first aid bag, the aloe vera seeds, testosterone, and grain alcohol. Which grain alcohol probably needs to be on the bottom, more unlikely. Because I get a ton of it, but it's also used for, I think, a couple of the stuff upstairs. But we want a decent amount down here. Let's see. And then right on top of it will be all the pills, which we're getting a lot of painkillers, which I keep a decent stock of them in. Just because mainly you can use it to heal, so... And something just fell in my house. Oh. Don't you hate it when that happens and you're the only one at the house and you're like, oh no. Luckily it's the middle of the day, so it's not really like it's a big deal. So there's the pills. And then I think we'll have one more up top for... Well, not really. I mean, I don't want to waste it, but we got the pills right here. And then we got recog. And then we got splints. So splints could be like right in the middle. And then we got the green pill. Which we got these down here. And I've been going ahead and putting these upstairs. These right here upstairs just because that's where I end up using the majority of them. Popping them in right before I eat something that might be poisonous. And then we got steroids. And then I've got the aloe cream, but I'm going to put this down here as another source of building supplies, because I don't ever use this by itself. And then on the other side, all we have to end up doing, let's see, we got that. And the other side will end up being all of our first aid. Which we'll end up putting, we got bandages I don't use too much unless I'm making the other ones. So we'll go ahead and put these all down here. We need to go ahead and make some more though so we can get a stock of everything up. And then we'll put the other ones, these first aid bandages, we use those quite a bit. We need to make some more of those. And then right on top of it, we'll put all the first aid kits, to which, it might be my imagination, but it feels like they don't heal you as much as fast anymore, which is kind of, Let's see. Do I have any paint? Yes, you do. You made a ton of paint. And then we'll go ahead and put this down here. And then we'll put this. We want first aid. So we'll put that right there. Right there. And right there. And then this is the supply box. So sweet. That works out pretty good. Now that's going to end up being where the chem table is. Now I'm not too sure how I'm going to end up doing this. I got a light down here, but I might actually take this light out and put 2 lights up here. 2 of these lanterns, which the lanterns are overpowered in my opinion, but I really like them. Now I could put candles up here. That wouldn't be that bad either. And I can put it like a slanted block across and then 2 candles. We might end up doing that. They'd kind of end up using something else instead of just a normal. Now while we're up here, we're going to get our stuff to go ahead and make our chem lab. Oh yeah, we need to make the stairs too. Let's see. Do we have enough stuff? Yeah, we got enough stuff. Did I get wood? I didn't get wood, did I? Well, yeah, I got wood. I didn't get short arm pipes. Burp. Okay, let's go ahead, go downstairs and get short arm pipes. Can't believe I forgot that. But yeah, I figured this would kind of give you an idea of what I was planning as far as this goes. Chem, station, and craft. Now, another idea would go ahead and be put 2 chests right here, just like regular drop-off chest, to sort it out. But I mean, it's pretty much relatively easy to go ahead and sort it all out. Let's go ahead and go with... I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Will this look pretty good if I do this? Shape, put the frame like that. Oh, I didn't mean to turn it. Luckily it's not. I did it again. I did it again. Is that right? No, that's not right. So I gotta go advanced? Really? Seriously? That's not what I meant to do. That's surprising. Okay, there you go. So if I do that, and I don't think I have any candles in here, do I? Yeah, I got 16 candles. And we'll do this right here. Ooh, that's kind of low. But it looks like it's sitting on top of the box, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade this as we go. Nice, alright. So my little room is coming along pretty good. Which I don't have to put this right here. I mean, it doesn't have to be that wide out. Not really. Not when you think about it. It doesn't really have to be... I mean, we already got this side out too, well, because of that. And this goes back a little bit further, but the only reason why I went back further is because it had iron back there. And I was like, I gotta get the iron. And then we had the chem station right there. Not bad. Now, if I don't know if I would like to put this 4 candles across. Turned off my light. That's pretty good. And then you got this is in the middle of this, and we'll have the chem station right there. Wow, that was fast. Boom. Alright, so we have our first aid kit, or our first aid room, all situated and all separated. These are going to be my drop-offs when I finally end up emptying them all out. Which we got this emptied out, we got this emptied out, and I don't know, I might end up getting rid of these altogether. I mean, they look decent, but it's kind of cluttered in some ways. And some days when I go in for a long haul, I'll bring back a ton. But I've got the stuff down at the end of the tunnel down there, so it's not like it's that big a deal. One more thing I think we're going to end up doing, we're going to go ahead and upgrade this. I think that this would be a pretty good idea just for safety precautions. Because that's all I end up needing to happen is me be down here. And all of a sudden, a zombie bust in through the floor, or one of these rebars. At least if he's going to bounce through right here, he's got to work a little bit harder to go ahead and get through. But I couldn't believe it. I mean, I kind of figured that it was going to go ahead and collapse when I got almost to, right here. And I looked back and I'm like, I don't have any supports. I didn't go up and down the wall like I was going to. And about the time I turned back around and I hit it one more time with my shovel and the whole thing collapsed. So there is that. Not a big deal. It just looks like we're going to have a humongous area of rebar. Concrete going out from the base, which is okay. That all dry. We're going to work on this in here and knocking out the floor. I mean, it's a big thing to go ahead and make huge builds. You know, you need more time, and then you got to stop for Horde Nights and everything. And then after the Horde Nights, you got to go ahead and repair everything they ended up busting out. So I kind of am thinking about the drop pit, which it's not that big of a deal if I did it. But that means I would move this if I did the drop pit that direction, because I can't do it the other direction. The other direction goes straight to that. I'm not too sure. Oh, that's right. I was gonna make the armor room right there, but I think I've kind of figured out I'm gonna end up doing it right here. I think that would end up being a lot better. So I'm still playing around with the idea. I'll go ahead and mess around with and figure out if I'm going to end up doing the drop pit. If I'm going to do it here, where I'm going to end up doing it. What else did I need? I needed something else real quick. I'm going to go upstairs and make those. Yeah, there you go. Get these stairs going. Now, I know that putting the stairs right here is going to end up limiting me somewhere, and I ended up hitting the wrong button again. It's going to limit me some, I know, but like, let's see, shape, because it's going to end up bringing, it's going to bring this out a little bit more than originally. Well, actually, this is where I had it the first time, too. And I guess it works out because it ends up protecting this area with the electronics and everything a lot more. And I could also go ahead and put a block right here. And that way, I could put a door. But I just don't want to mess around with the door whenever the time comes. Upgrade this. We're also going to have to upgrade the floor. Come on. Yeah, see, those took a little bit of damage last Horde Night. And we'll have to end up going around and just upgrading everything. Oh, that was odd. It was trying to upgrade that to the other one. Oop. I probably don't need to upgrade in here. I mean, it's just a little cubby. I've got extra first aid stuff in case I need it. And I've got extra rounds that I had left over from the Horde Night. I've got my Horde guns down here. And then I got my turrets, which I'm going to go ahead and redo all the turrets and get them a little bit more decked out, I guess you could say. But I'm going to go ahead and continue upgrading all this cobblestone underneath here, repair it, and go all the way around, and then, yeah. So until next time, I am ShakenNORT, and I shall catch you later.